What do you think about that? Don't know if you can see that, but oh, it's quite good actually. So we close that. Yes. Let's have these wide open. Nope. Like that. Ah oui, ça marche. Okay, where am I in the picture? You need to come over this way. I think that works. Should we close that better? Okay. Maybe it's just not an octopus day. My shoulder. Oh, hello. Getting quite a lot of this corner, aren't we? Ha ha ha! It's a microphone octopus. Bien sûr. Right, bike helmet. Nah, we don't like that. Maybe it's just not a bike helmet quiz. I think it's not a bike helmet quiz. So you're down there. So really we want you there. I think so. You can't really see his hat. Okay, I think that's going to have to do. Share, please. I'm going to pin that. Yeah. Pinned my profile. 4. Absolutely pinned. Et mais on va le faire sur le Facebook aussi, pourquoi pas. S'il y a quelqu'un sur le Facebook qui veut me voir, qui veut faire un pub quiz, je sais pas trop quoi. Ouais, allez. dry eyes today. Hi, Matt. How are you? It does add production value, doesn't it? I've been experimenting with putting various things here, but I just don't want to hide this. It's so beautiful. I'll show you what this is. This is 2 ignition keys for when I want to turn on 2 ignitions. I think everything needs a wheel, don't you? Every film. If you're ever thinking, how do I get more production value into this? Add a wheel. I should put something right in front of the plug. You're absolutely right. But what? This would be distracting. That's going to pull focus, isn't it? Yeah, that pulls focus. And also I can't. What about that one? Does that pull focus? I can add a face mask. Well, what about... We're not really using that side, are we? What about that? Oh, God, it's so close. So close. All right, 1 and 2. But we don't want to see the hats. No, no, no. No hats here. What are you talking about? And then I'll pull this cushion here to make it look like it's going the whole... Look at that. I've got another career as a set dresser. Folks, if anyone needs art direction on their short film, call old F. Trench. He'll come in. You know, my favorite thing to do in flats, you can't really do it on a boat with such limited space. I remember my old room. I used to live in Brixton, and I had this beautiful large room. It was basically 2 rooms in one. And I didn't really know how to organize it. So I drew a floor plan. And that is something I got from my degree. So I studied ancient history at university. And one thing that you learn how to do a lot when you're studying anything that involves digs is draw floor plans. And it was eye-opening, because what looks good on a floor plan looks good in 3D. And that taught me to put my armchair on a diagonal and that kind of thing. Oh, I miss floor plans. Hey, it's 7:05. Hey, welcome all. Oh, another week, another quiz. It's the 28th of July. This is the 4th YouTube pub quiz, but God knows how many overall quizzes I've done. I've stopped counting at this point. I think this is the 20th. You know what? I think the last one that I did in the old system was number 16. So welcome to the 20th pub quiz. 6 more and we'll have done half a year together. That's very exciting. For now, all that I need you to do is to go to tiny.cc/FT. That's me, pub quiz 287. That's today. And sign up your team name. That's tiny.cc/FT pub quiz 287. Sign up your team name. Hello, look at you all there. Nicholas Lyndhurst. I am Devon and only. Nobody I'd Devon be. I am Devon only. I don't think I should say more than that, because then YouTube might catch on that I'm singing something copyright. But you should all sing that, the last line in your head, or it'll really annoy you. I'm going to do that now. Done. Johann's back at it again. I remember there was a while, friend of mine, his Facebook profile picture was a picture of J.S. Bach, and half of it was the Terminator, and it said, "I'll be back." I thought that was very funny. I'm sure many other people have seen it. This piano can survive so many car wrecks. Troublellas and sweet, sweet human contact. Hello, all of you. If you're just joining, head over to tiny.cc/FT pub quiz 287. Tiny.cc/FT pub quiz 287. Go sign up your team name from there. Hello, Rachel. That is indeed the line. Oh, what you're doing, folks? Where are you dialing in from? I assume you're dialing in. I assume all of you are on ADSL lines going. So where are you doing that from today, folks? Hello, Meg. Nice to see you. Nice. We will get going in 23 minutes. 23 minutes until this quiz begins at 7:30 o'clock. Rachel has a pigeon that does that for her. When you say you have a pigeon that does that for you, you have a pigeon that connects to your internet? Is that what you're saying? You have a dial-up pigeon? Tell us more. Bookham Dano, I think you're new. Welcome, Bookham Dano, unless this is a different name. Please introduce yourself. Bookham Dano is overwhelmed by the smell of pizza and paint. Tell me all about that, Bookham Dano. What is the pizza? What is the paint? I know that someone a little while back tweeted me to say that they had purchased some of those chalk-based paints, so perhaps that's Bookham Dano. Meg is normally right here at 7 now. I know that that's a lie, Meg Blant, because you're in Canada, so you're normally right here at 11. But today you are a smidge late. Well, that's okay. I'm glad to have you at any point now or late. So do go and sign up. tiny.cc/FT pub quiz 287. Make sure that your team is signed up there. Hey, folks, how many people are in your teams tonight? Let's have a numbers toll. I'm very interested to know how many people do this on their own, how many people have a big team, how many homes are involved. Let's have a chat about how many people are in your team and how you're doing it. Are you doing it over MSN Messenger? Are you doing it over AOL, Instant Messenger? AIM? Are you doing it over ICQ? Or maybe you've just logged into a chat room. You've got a little team there. Bookham Dano is eating a pepperoni pizza, classic American pizza, and Svenska Blue, that sounds like a chalk-based paint. Is it? Or is it a different paint? Tell us all about the Svenska Blue. Bomb 6000 is a team of 2 at team name. Very good. Like that. But it's not. I'm not seeing team name in the sign-up sheet yet. Trying our best and happy to be here. Have arrived. No one seems to want to take Square 12. Oh no, Anonymous Cheetah has taken over Square 12. The cheetah wearing a mask. We'll get going in 20 minutes, folks. 20 minutes until this quiz begins. Folks, if this was a regular quiz, at this point I would be going around all of your tables with a wine cooler, rattling it at you. Also, I'd be giving you pens, saying, hello, please give me £2 per player, and I ask that you do that, please, virtually now, or at any point during the quiz, by going to ko-fi.com/Felix Trench. £2 per player, please, and that pays for your place in the quiz. I cannot check that I have not installed any kind of barrier because that sounds like a lot of work. And would probably chase people away. But please head to code-free.com/Felix Trench and pay £2 per player. We've had a bit of a spate of people not doing that, and it would be lovely to get that habit back up so that I can keep doing this. Bookham Dano has got the chalk paint. Now you want to watch out with chalk-based paint. It does look lovely. But my parents repainted their house 4 years ago, and I immediately marked the wall with a suitcase because it's got a very, those, how English houses have really narrow staircases. I'm not going to say I destroyed the wall, but chalk-based paint marks very easily. Be careful with that. Rachel Lloyd says I'm just making words up. No idea how you got here. I can't remember what word you're accusing me of making up, but I believe you. Meg Plant is trying her best to have Happy Bee here. Team of 2. I believe that there's a mum involved there. All mums welcome. Mums are not only welcome, they are double welcome. Sweet Sweet Human Contact HQ is in the cone again. The hurricane projection cone. What is a hurricane projection cone? Now, I think that's guessable, isn't it? Or it sounds guessable to me. Presumably there is, because hurricanes do this, is there an area of land in which hurricanes are projected to hurricane? Is that what's going on there? Samastati, Tim Finland, aka the Truebellers. Is that who you are? The Truebellers are Team Finland. Oh, wonderful! Glad to make that connection. Consists of 4 to 6 people, depending on the part of the quiz, over Discord and between 5 cities. Do you have a specific Discord for the quiz? What is the Discord in which you quiz? If you want to tell us. If you don't want to tell us, that's absolutely fine as well. Meg Plant, as mum pops in and out as she pleases, but there is a mystery third team member. So that means that there's a second team member who I accused of being a mother. I apologize. I mean, you might also be a mother, in which case I no longer apologize, but I don't want to put you at a stage of life that you are not currently. Hello19 says, yo, Felix. Yo, Hello19. 2 on the team, trying to think of a name. Me and Bookham Dano. So Bookham Dano is part of the Hello19 quiz, and they tweeted about the chalk paint. Maybe a new picture around pizza toppings. Oh, pizza toppings would be a good one. But of course, pizza toppings are controversial because the standard pizza toppings here are different to, say, the standard pizza toppings where I grew up. I think, like, generally most of continental Europe uses the Italian one. So you've got your margherita, you've got your Renna, you've got your Vesuvio, you've got your Quattro Stagioni, Quattro Formaggi, Frutti di Mare, which is of course the best one. Fiorentina. But then there's the American pizza toppings, which are completely different. And then here there's some kind of mix. You don't really get real pizzas here. Hannah Wallace tells me all about the hurricane. It is the forecast projection map for a hurricane's path. It gets broader the farther out it goes because it's harder to project the path further away, which is, of course, the exact same metric or not metric rule as for general weather projection, because projecting the weather in 2 hours is very easy, but projecting the weather in 2 weeks is incredibly hard. Steve, now how do I say that? Is it Schlebeck? Is it Klebeck? Tell us, Steve. Or Steep. How do we say that? Steep? Stev? Johann's back at it again, or a team of 3 with an occasional input from the 4th housemate. Where are you, Johann's back at again? Housemate says Britain to me. Samastati have a Discord for their squad, mostly used for the quiz, occasionally other shenanigans. And as we know, Finnish shenanigans are the shenaniganiest of shenanigans. Folks, make sure you've signed up. Head to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz287. Go sign up your team name there. And if you haven't yet, head to ko-fi.com/Felix and pay £2 per player, please, to play this quiz. Cool. What a lot of lovely alliteration there was there. £2 per player. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. No, I didn't do it. I wish I could just skate over that, but we must admit our that is important. I made a mistake. I got to the third line of the nursery rhyme, Peter Piper and his peck of pickled peppers, but I messed it up, and I am proud to have messed it up. Stati tells me about the Discord. We've covered the Discord. Hey, folks, if you haven't, here's a request. Could you subscribe to my YouTube channel? And I will tell you why. It's not vanity. It's 40% vanity, but 60% it's this. The way that I have all this set up is I have to connect the phone to my laptop with an app on my phone and the same app on my laptop called Droid Cam, which turns my phone into an Android. My Android phone into an Android robot. And what that allows me to do is to use my phone as a webcam on the computer. But if I get to 1,000 subscribers, which is quite a tall order, I know, but if I get to 1,000 subscribers, YouTube then lets me just broadcast from my phone, which gives me an extra layer of ease in doing all this. So if that's not too much of a bother for you, please do mash that subscribe button, as they say. Mash potato. That is this one, the mashed potato? I think that's the mashed potato, isn't it? Mashed potato, that subscribe button. As we established a few weeks ago, I am, of course, now officially a potato. I am a YouTuber. Team name are in Anxiety Lemon. Ooh, strong contender for best team name, Anxiety Lemon. Folks, there is still a whole quiz to try and compete with that. Just had to look at the lemons as I said that. I've got. Do you want to see the fruit bowl? I'll show you the fruit bowl. Fruit bowl is currently out of, well, you know, just like edible fruit. We've got 1 lemon, 2 lemon. That's a bit of an anxiety lemon, isn't it? Look at that. No, I'm not sure about that. 3 lemon. That's a good lemon. Couple of limes. One of them pretending to be a lemon. I had a lovely flat peach in there earlier, the last of the flat peaches, but it went mouldy in my fingertips. I had to throw it out. I had to throw it in the green recycling bag. Very sad. Then I had to wash my hands. Then I had to wash out the fruit bowl. So I had to take all the lemons out and put them on the counter and hope they didn't roll around and wash and then wipe it and put them. So the long and the short of it is I don't have any like just reachable snacking fruit at the minute, and I'm going to catch scurvy, which I guess is on brand as a Brit. Missin Vissa, the sequel. Hello. Clue 19 are now called pizza topping or paint color. Mr. Pizza Topping or Paint Color has kindly gone to the freezer for ice cream. What kind of ice cream? Rachel Lloyd is bitter. Hazel Meredith Lloyd says, "Hi, Felix." Hi, Hazel. How are you? Hannah Wallace suggests reachable snacking fruit is a good team name. And Rachel Lloyd says, "I know, we were living 1984. What? Why are you living 1984? I don't understand. Is this to do with lemons? 10 minutes! We're going to start this quiz in 10 minutes, folks. Make sure that you've got pen and paper or pencil and paper or Has anyone got like a giant novelty pen? If you've got one of those, or you know you can get those really big pencils in like in gift shops. I think they do them at the BFI gift shop, or maybe the National Theatre gift shop, or like the Science Museum, places like that. They tend to do them. If you've got one of those, write with it. Write the answers with a novelty pen or pencil. If you are writing your answers with a novelty pen or pencil, please tweet it to me. Send me a picture on @FelixTrench, and if it's good enough, I'll retweet it. I retweet them all for everyone to see. Oranges and lemons. Is there a whole Oranges and Lemons bit in 1984? It's a long time since I've read it, and I've never seen an adaptation, even though that theatre adaptation's been running forever. Do they sing Oranges and Lemons? That rings a faint bell. Hello 19 has raspberry ripple ice cream, but has to eat around the ripple due to diabetes. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's tragic. Paula Brett has a 90s multicolour biro. Do you mean like a 4-colour Bic or something a bit more exciting? I remember you used to get those ones with like 20 colours and they wrote terribly, but they were wonderful. Rachel Lloyd says, yep, scary. I think that's to do with the doodad. What's it? Thingamabob. Doodad. What's it? Thingamabob. Doodad. What's it? Thingamabob. 1984, which of course was something we talked about a while back. There was a whole theme. 8 minutes! We're starting this quiz in 8 minutes. Make sure you've signed up at tiny.cc/FDPubquiz287 and make sure you've paid for the quiz by going to ko-fi.com/FelixTrench. Beware the ferret overlords. Is that a no, it's not a what's it called? Moly, Ratty, Badger, Willow ship down? Wind in the Willows. That's not a Wind in the Willows reference because those are weasels. Oh, my neighbour who has a dog about this size has bought a rucksack for the dog. The dog goes in the rucksack and it's got little holes for the paws. And they go cycling around the marina. Oh, it was so funny. Pizza topping and paint color. Hello, yes. The great stink. 1,000 yellow birthday candles. Hey, folks, it is. Hey, 1,000 yellow birthday cakes. Hey, 1,000 yellow candles. I know your first name, but I know that people like to sometimes be anonymous. Let me know if I can tell people your first name to tell them that it is your birthday, as you told me by DM. But for now, let me tell you that it is the birthday today of one half of 1,000 yellow candles, regular team, one-time team name winner. Who knows who's going to leave me the ripple bit? Thanks. What are you going to do? Post it. You could fill it up in like the center of a Kinder Surprise and just send me that. Bookham Dano eats the ripple. Good on you, Bookham Dano. When I say oranges and lemons rings a bell, it is the bell of St. Clemens, yes. Wind in the Willows. That's so cute. I think that might be to do with the birthday. Happy birthday, person of candles. Happy birthday to yellow candles. 501 to 1,000. Yeah, it's the second 1,000 candles. Rachel Lloyd and Hulu 19 were in an outdoor Wind in the Willows and remember coming home and putting the tail on the radiator. A classic British experience, of course. That was quite common in the late 80s and early 90s. A lot of you won't remember this. A lot of you will be too young, but we'd all come home after. There was a lot less money in those days, so you made your own entertainment, but you'd come home and you put your tail on the radiator and then while you put the tea on, and then you get your tail back off. And we all had, honestly, we were happier. Hello 19 loves the Amdram Days of Wind of the Willows. Wind of the Willows, quite a common outdoor performance show. That and Alice seems to be done a lot. 5 minutes, everyone. 5 minutes until this quiz begins. Head over to tiny.cc/FTPubquiz287, 28th of July, of course. to sign up if you've not yet. Now, all of 1,000 Yellow Candles, today called 1,000 Yellow Birthday Cakes, have invited some of their friends to come and do this as a birthday with them. So if you see a team name with the word birthday in it, they are associated with 1,000 Yellow Birthday Cakes. But hey, wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be a bit mischievous if we all changed our team names to include the word birthday, and then no one would know whose birthday it is, or no one would know who the birthday friends were, or we'd use it to indicate that we wish a happy birthday to 1,000 Yellow Candles, one half of Rachel Lloyd's tail got so wet one performance that the weight of it nearly pulled her trousers down on stage. Hey, I once did a performance. I did like an immersive performance of Dracula in a library, and it was like done half modern day, half period. So the modern performance was just us wandering around going, oh, we found these letters from 100 years ago. Let's unearth the mystery. It was a really good show, actually. And then in the interval, we were wandering around in our modern characters, and this woman came up to me. And I was like, oh, there we go. A little bit of worship, a little bit of fan praise for the live track. And she went, excuse me, I just have to say, you've been flying low this entire performance. And sure enough, my fly was undone. But very grateful to that woman. Paul did a school store of willows once, and Mole got attacked by a group of school kids who pulled the tail off. Oh no, I did a school store of Pinocchio once, and I was Pinocchio, and I forgot my nose. I had a telescopic nose. And so I had to run back through this school because we were going to several schools in a day. We'd stay in costume in the tour bus. And so I was running through this school going, so sorry, I forgot my nose. 2 minutes, folks. 2 minutes until this quiz begins. 2 minutes till this quiz begins. Make sure you are signed up at tiny.cc/ftpubquiz. 287. Already some people changing their names with birthday. Sweet, sweet human birthday there. Very good. 1,000 Yellow Candles is definite only. Yes! Yes! Let chaos reign supreme. All right, well, the cat is out of the bag. That it's on the sign-up sheet that it is Alison whose birthday it is, as everyone is now writing happy birthday, Alison. So maybe you'd like to do that, and maybe you'd like to put in the stream happy birthday, Alison. 1 minute till we start, folks. 1 minute until this quiz begins. Make sure you are signed up at tiny.cc/ftpubquiz287, and we will start at 7:30. And make sure you've paid for the quiz by going to ko-fi.com/Felix Trench. Hey, folks, my internet here is wobbly, as we have discovered. The reason it's wobbly is that it is provided by another boat, and we have a kind of LAN system going on. So sometimes it just dies. And what happened last week is that the stream completely cut out about 2/3 of the way through. I found that if I use the old software that makes the picture look a bit weird and go out of sync, I can then get the picture back. So I have got that queued up. The picture might die at any moment. I will come back if that happens. Just last time it was in a box. Oh no, it will happen. Don't you worry about that. Lots of happy birthday, Alisons. And that is 7:30. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the quiz. We have 3 rules here at My Pub Quiz. Rule 1 is no more than 6 players to a team. Rule 2 is that I am always right. There will be no arguments. And rule 3 is no cheating, by which I mean no Googling, no Yahooing, no Binging, no asking Jeeves, no Alta Vistaring, no any of the others. Is that it? Have I got through all of them? No AOL searching, so on. Get your pen, get your paper, get your beer. Here we go with question one. Question one. I have not got my question sheet up. Here we go. Gonna keep this tone of voice up as we get to question one, going slightly higher pitch to make it feel like something is happening. Here we are. Question one. How many months in the year have 30 days? How many months in the year have 30 days? Something nice and easy to ease us in this really quite lovely evening. You know what? We've had a lot of hot days. The varnish on my roof is starting to peel. I've emailed my landlord about that. Sea Lord, River Lord. And then it was overcast, and various people on my jetty who I don't know very well, have been saying, hello, just want that sun to come back, and, salt of the earth. I quite like overcast, but I'm enjoying this kind of half and half sky. It makes for very pretty buildings. Question one, how many months in the year have 30 days? Question two is science. Science. Question two, at standard conditions, which is 20 degrees Celsius, is fluorine a solid, liquid, or gas? At standard conditions, which is 20 degrees Celsius and like one pressure, I forget. There's a pressure thing as well. Hey, if you know what the pressure is at standard degrees, let us know. At standard conditions, 20 degrees C and whatever the pressure is for standard conditions, official standard conditions, of course, is fluorine, the famous chemical element. Is it fluorine you get in fridges? Isn't that the thing? Isn't fluorine used as a coolant, a solid, a liquid, or a gas? That is question two. Is fluorine a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Question two. Question three. Now, question three. Question three is television. Television. Which, I'm going to say franchise, but definitely well known as a TV series. Which franchise is based on Richard Hooker's fictionalized books about an army hospital in the Korean War? Which TV series and generally franchise is based on Richard Hooker's fictionalized books about an army hospital in the Korean War? Question three. Question three. Which franchise is based on Richard Hooker's fictionalized books about an army hospital in the Korean War? Richard Hooker, of course, was a pen name. I can't remember what his real name is. Who wrote them under Richard Hooker? It's question three. Which franchise, probably best known as a TV show, but I don't know, is best known, is based on Richard Hooker's fictionalized books about an army hospital in the Korean War? Larry Weaver has got an answer on standard conditions. The standard condition pressure is 1 atmosphere. Rachel Lloyd bringing back the fridge references, and we love her for it. And House Mouse are beside themselves for the opportunity to use rhymes. Question four now. Question four is geography. It's capital cities. Which country's capital city is Vientiane? Vientiane. Spelt V-I-E-N for Nicola, T-I-A-N, same again, E. V-I-E-N-T-I-A-N-E. Excuse me. Which country's capital city is Vientiane? That is question four, a geography question. Which country's capital city is Vientiane? Oh, I've got a message from Alison saying Alison doesn't mind that I call her Alison. Fantastic. Well. At Rumsey on Twitter doesn't have a giant pencil, but does have, this is marvelous, a giant fork up at the top of the kitchen. Giant 5-tined fork. Well, look at that. Hey, I'm retweeting all over that. If you have a look at my Twitter at Felix Trench, you'll get to see a giant fork. That's a delight. Question 4 is which country's capital city is Vientiane? Question 5 is music. It's classical music. I use that word loosely. I know that, music that's composed rather than this pop music that they're all talking about. Question 5, music. Who composed the Clair de Lune? Clair de Lune. Fairly famous song. Who composed it? Who composed Clair de Lune? Clair de Lune, C-L-A-I-R-D-E, Lune, L-U-N-E. Who composed Clair de Lune, please? That is question 5. Question 5, who composed Clair de Lune? Rumsey is Meg Plant's teammate. And Meg's mum would like us all to know that she bought the fork, reinforcing that mums are double welcome, because mums buy giant forks. So who composed the Clair de Lune, please? Question 5. Question 6 is TV and film. Gonna throw some actors' names at you. You might want to write these down. They are Ben Kingsley, David Burke, B-U-R-K-E, Vitaly Solomon, Vitaly, V-I-T-A-L-Y, Solomon like Solomon, but with an I instead of an O at the end, and Martin Freeman have all played which character? Ben Kingsley, David Burke, Vitaly Solomon, and Martin Freeman have all played which character? That's question 6. Ben Kingsley, David Burke, Vitaly Solomon, and Martin Freeman have all played which character? Paula Brett tells us that Rachel is 1,000% a ghost because Rachel's pen flew off the table. Maybe because it's a ghost, or maybe because it's a garden table. CJ Lyon suggests that it is a haunted pub quiz. I'd be up for a haunted pub quiz. And Hulu 19 is in there with the joke of the evening. Do go check that out. I enjoyed it very much. Question 7 now. Question 4 is not a United Nations specialized agency. The World Health Organization, the Universal Postal Union, the Food and Agriculture Organization, or the International Water Association? I'll give you those again. The World Health Organization, the Universal Postal Union, the Food and Agriculture Organization, or the International Water Association. Which of those is not, I'm saying not, a United Nations special agency? Specialized, I beg your pardon. Specialized agencies of the United Nations, they are the bodies that work with and are closely associated to the United Nations. Which of those is not a United Nations specialized agency? That is question 7. Which of those 4 is not a specialized agency of the United Nations? The World Health Organization, the Universal Postal Union, the Food and Agriculture Organization, or the International Water Association? WHO, UPU, FAO, or IWA? That is question 7. Question 8. Question 8 is language. Language. That language is Espanol. What does the Spanish word chicle mean? What does the Spanish word chicle mean? I am spelling that C-H-I-C-L-E. What does the Spanish word chicle mean? That's question 8. The Spanish word chicle. What does it mean? What does it mean? Spanish word chicle, what does it mean? Spanish word chicle, what does it mean? That is question 8. What does the word chicle mean? The Spanish word chicle. Question 8 is what does the Spanish word chicle mean? And question 9. Question 9 is your first sport question of the evening. That sport is handball. How many players in a handball team? Simple as that. I am talking about players on the court in a team. Players on the court in a team. So, for instance, there are 11 players in a football team. How many players in a handball team? Question 9. How many players in a handball team? I knew a handball player. I knew someone who worked behind a bar. There's a lovely pub theatre here called the Old Red Lion, and I did a one-man show there for a month called Radio Man, and I got to know the staff behind the bar. And one person there had in a previous life been an Olympic handball player for Germany, and was now in London doing. I think that she was studying to be a doctor or something. I don't know. But was now kind of being a student. Anyway, how many players in a handball team? That is question 9. Question 9. How many players in a handball team? There seems to be quite a lot of chat about ghosts, which is good. We are a pro-ghost quiz. Very in favour of ghosts on this boat. Ghosts, of course, are created when you don't finish a book, when you die. So if you've ever not finished a book, make sure you finished your book, so you will come back as a ghost and haunt the pages forever. Forever just reading the same paragraph again and again, slightly losing your place and going back to the top, which is what ghosts do. Question 10. Question 10 is gossip. Gossip about the actor Stellan Skarsgård. How many children does Stellan Skarsgård have? How many children does Stellan Skarsgård have? Stellan, S-T-E-L-L-A-N, Skarsgård, S-K-A-R-S-G-A-R-D. The A has a little circle on top of it. I don't know what you call that particular symbol. If anyone knows what the single circle, I'm not talking about an out, I'm talking about one circle, which you get in some but not all Scandinavian alphabets. I think I'm right there. I'm not sure. Nordic alphabets. I was told off last time. I never acknowledged it, and I meant to in further quizzes. Someone taught me, one of our Finnish contingent, I think, that Scandinavia is the archipelago, but what I should have said was Nordic. So how many children does Nordic actor Stellan Skarsgård have? Question 10 there. So Larry Weaver asks, how many on the team or how many on the court? On the court in a team, Larry. So there are 11 players in a football team. How many players are in a handball team? So not including subs. Question 10, how many children does Stellan Skarsgård have? And that is us halfway through this first round. Very well done, everyone. You are absolutely storming it. Question 11 now. Question 11. This is history. History. After World War II, Berlin was occupied and administered by the Soviet Union, the United States, the United Kingdom, and which other country? Now, there were within each of those, well, certainly within a couple, I'm not sure about all of them, little micro enclaves for like different countries were stationed there. But these were the 4 big divisions. So after World War II, Berlin was occupied and administered by the Soviet Union, by the United States, by the United Kingdom, and which other country? Question 11. After World War II, Berlin was occupied and administered by 4 major countries. The Soviet Union, the United States, the UK, and what's the 4th? That is question 11. Thank you, that person who just supported me on Ko-fi. That's what that sound is, if you ever wondered. Someone remembering to pay for the quiz. Delightful sound it is too. Question 12. Question 12 is the alcohol question. What is the most popular alcohol of New Zealand? What's the most popular alcohol of New Zealand? I'm talking broad categories here. So when someone goes to the booze cabinet and you say, I'll have a, that's how broad a category I'm talking here. I don't like, if the answer is whiskey, I don't need you to tell me if it's Scotch whiskey or Irish whiskey. If it's, I don't know, one of the others. Give me a broad category here. So question 12, what's the most popular alcohol in New Zealand? Question 12. Matt Smith says hard alcohol or soft alcohol. What's a soft alcohol? Like spirits or not spirits? No, a little bit narrower than spirits and not spirits. I mean, if you went to the bar and someone said, I'll have this, but didn't give you a brand name. What's the most popular alcohol in New Zealand, please? Question 13. Question 13 is board games. Board games. Which common board game owned by Hasbro was known in the USSR as Gravitrips? Gravitrips, Gravitrips. Which popular board game owned by Hasbro was known in the USSR as Gravitrips? Gravitrips. Hey, after this quiz is over, when you're allowed to Google things, I recommend look up advertising for Gravitrips. It's a whole trip back in time. Question 2, that time that I grew up in the USSR. Question 13. Ah, yes, behind the Iron Curtain. Question 13. Which common Hasbro game was known in the Soviet Union as Gravitrips? Hey, I was looking up recently, actually as research for this, there was one street in Minsk that, I think it's Minsk, that was frequently stood in for like typical Western street. I've looked at it. I think it must have been typical Western European street because it doesn't look particularly American. In Soviet TV and film. Do look that up later. Question 13. Which common Hasbro green? Which common Hasbro green? Which common Hasbro game was known as Gravitrips in the Soviet Union? Question 14. What's the national fruit of Mexico? Question 14. Regulars to this quiz will know that I love a national fruit. What is the national fruit of Mexico? What's the national fruit of Mexico, please? That is question 14. The national fruit of Mexico. Oh, more teams are in. The friends we made along the way. Hello. Team Gold. Like that. The Manglist Wurzels. The friends we made along the way. Whiskies a sip of the day are back. Wouldst thou like to quiz deliciously on thy birthday? La birthday-yata. Yep. Lots of happy birthday pizza topping or paint color. Oh, I'm loving all the different birthday names. Trying our best and happy to be here for your birthday. What is the national fruit of Mexico, please? What's the national fruit of Mexico? Question 15. Question 15. Board games again, this time Scrabble. Scrabble. In standard English Scrabble, 2 letters are worth 8 points. Give me either of them. Tell me either of the Scrabble letters worth 8 points. I am saying 8. Tell me either of the Scrabble letters worth 8 points, please. Tell me either of the Scrabble letters worth 8 points. That is question 15. 5 questions left in this round. Tell me either of the Scrabble letters worth 8 points. Question 15. Oh, it's a long time since I've played Scrabble. Oh, I love Scrabble. I feel like when you play Scrabble, you get into that pattern of like discovering that you can use the 2-letter words and learning all the 2-letter words and going, but QI is actually a word. And that makes it really fun. And then suddenly it's no longer fun. And you find yourself having to play without the 2-letter words, and it's more fun again. Maybe there's a lesson to be learnt there. Question 16. Question 16 is my favourite topic. And I'm so excited that we have some new players so I can tell you all about it. Everyone else, go and make a cup of tea. This is IATA codes! IATA stands for the International Airport Transit Authority. A IATA code is the 3-letter country code that you'll see on your luggage tag when you arrive at an airport. So LHR for London Heathrow, GTW for Gatwick, I think. Definitely STN for Stansted. We're in round 1, so I'm going to give you a fairly easy one. Which city are you flying to if the IATA code is CDG? I'm saying C, the 3rd letter of the alphabet, D, the 4th letter of the alphabet, G for God. CDG! Which city are you flying to if the IATA code is CDG? CJ Lines has given us a couple of 2-letter Scrabble words, as has Naomi Graber. Lou 19 was about to guess that it was IATA codes. Which city are you flying to if the IATA code is CDG? Question 17. Question 17. I do this from London. I love to give you a London question. Your London question this week, if you don't live here or you've only sort of cursorily passed through, you might not know that there is a ship moored in the Thames that's run as a museum by the Imperial War Museum called the HMS Belfast. You can look it up, but don't look it up yet. The HMS Belfast was built in which city? Is it a trick question? The HMS Belfast was built in which city? Question 17. Question 17. The HMS Belfast, moored and visible in the Thames, not far from here to be honest, was built in which city? Oh, maybe Folks, you know what I've got? I'll tell you my news since last we met. I got a bike! I'm free! I got a bike, and I got a bike helmet, and I cycle around the city, and I have been to places outside of my postcode, and it's the most wonderful thing. I went to St. Paul's the other day, and I bought an espresso and a macaron, and I sat on the steps of St. Paul's and had an espresso and a macaron from a branch of Paul. It was the most wonderful thing. So maybe I'll go cycle past the HMS Belfast. I went to Greenwich yesterday. It was great. The HMS Belfast was built. I know these buildings so well. In what city? Question 17. The HMS Belfast was built in what city? Question. 3 questions left in this first round. You are all doing terribly well. 3 questions left. Question 18. Question 18 is literature. Literature. Who wrote The Little Prince? Famously a French book, of course, Le Petit Prince. Who wrote The Little Prince?
Was written by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry and published in 1943.
Did we all catch that? Alexa, how are you?
I'm feeling curious this Tuesday. I've been brushing up on the complicated interactions between humans and inanimate objects. Ask me what happens if you step on Lego.
Alexa, What happens if you step on Lego?
Ouch. Ow. I hope that never happens to you.
Well, hope you all got that, because I'm not repeating Little Prince. Question 18. That's ridiculous. What word did I say that sounded like the name of the Echo Dot? Question 18. Who wrote The Little Prince, please? There was a fairly large clue a second ago. Question 19. Question, if you get it wrong, I'll be delighted. Question 19 is music. Music. Which rock band was born in California in 1965 and formed by members of the jug band Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions? So members of the jug band who played jug music called Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions, McCree, MCCREE, the second C is capitalized, formed which rock band in California in 1965? I think it was 3 members of Mother McCree's, and then they brought in a couple of others, I think. Which rock band was born in California in 1965 and formed by members of Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions? Which rock band was born in California in 1965 and formed by members of Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions? Oh, I turned on Megan's own Echo Dot. I'm sorry. And question 20. That was hilarious. Question 20 is the current affairs question. Question 20. Oh, what a heavy question. According to a poll by Gallup, the US polling company, which global power has the highest approval ratings in over 100 countries for the 3rd consecutive year? So we are looking for the name of a country that could, for whatever reason, be considered a global power. I'm not giving you a definition there, but which global power has been rated the highest, has the highest approval ratings? People think it's best in over 100 countries, according to the US polling company Gallup. I think it was like 143 countries for the 3rd consecutive year. Question 20. And that is all the questions in round 1. So question 20, we're looking for the name of a country. The country that the world thinks is best at the minute among the global powers. Whatever that means. I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. I had for lunch a tin of sardines, which I cooked. I used the oil from the sardines to cook some garlic and cherry tomatoes and an egg, and then I threw the sardines in, and I had that on toast. I had some kale on the side. I don't have a lot in for supper. I might have to do a trip to small Tesco. Of course, everyone wears masks now, so it's a lot more pleasant. All right, I'm going to... Matt Smith asks for a repeat of question 20. Question 20, according to a poll by Gallup, Gallup, which global power has the highest approval ratings of any country for the 3rd consecutive year? We are looking for a country that could, for whatever reason, be considered a global power that has the highest approval ratings in, I think it's 143 countries. So just name a country that people think is good. And that's all the questions. I am going to go through all of those questions again. Here they are. Question 1. How many months in the year have 30 days? How many months in the year has 30 days? Question 2. At standard conditions, is fluorine solid, liquid, or gas? at standard conditions is fluorine solid, liquid, or gas? Question 3. Which franchise is based on Richard Hooker's fictionalized books about an army hospital in the Korean War? Which franchise, mainly TV franchise, is based on Richard Hooker's fictionalized books about an army hospital in the Korean War? Question 4. Which country's capital city is Vientiane? Which country's capital city is Vientiane? Question 5. Who composed Clair de Lune? Who composed Clair de Lune? Question 6. Ben Kingsley, David Burke, Vitaly Solomin, and Martin Freeman have all played which character? That's Ben Kingsley, David Burke, Vitaly Solomin, and Martin Freeman. Question 7. Which of these specialized agencies is not in the UN? The World Health Organization, WHO, the Universal Postal Union, UPU, the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, or the International Water Association, IWA. Question 8. What does the Spanish word chicle mean? What does the Spanish word chicle mean? Question 9. How many players in a handball team? There are 11 players in a football team. I think we decided that was in both definitions of football. Both of the big ones. How many players in a handball team? Question 10. How many children does Stellan Skarsgård have? How many children does Stellan Skarsgård have? Question 11. After World War II, after World War Federation, Berlin was divided into 4 administrative zones occupied by the Soviet Union, the United States, the United Kingdom, and which other country? Question 12. What is the most popular alcohol in New Zealand? What's the most popular alcohol in New Zealand? Question 13. Which common Hasbro game was known in the Soviet Union as Gravy Trips? Which common Hasbro game was known in the Soviet Union as Gravy Trips? Question 14. What's the national fruit of Mexico? What's the national fruit of Mexico? Question 15. I need to do like a warm-up, really. Best one for enunciation. I'm going to put my hands in front of my face because you have to stick your tongue out all the way out and just say stuff. Like this. Which common Hasbro game is known in the Soviet Union as Gravy Trips? Which common Hasbro game was known in... Still can't do it. You try. Question 15. Tell me either of the Scrabble letters worth 8 points. Question 16. Which city are you flying to of the Yatako to CDG? Which city are you flying to of the Yatako to CDG? Question 17. The HMS Belfast was built in what city? The HMS Belfast was built in what city? Question 18. Who wrote The Little Prince? Question 18. Who wrote The Little Prince? Question 19. Which rock band was born in California in 1965 and was formed by members of the jug band Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions? Which rock band came out of them? Question 20. According to a poll by Gallup, which global power has the highest approval rankings in over 100 countries for the 3rd consecutive year? That is question 20, and that is all of your questions in the first round. Well done, everyone. What's going on? Rachel Lloyd says not imaginary friend, or is it? Oh, it's the ghost. Yeah, that's my ghost. Karina says I could fish a trout. I don't have any trout around me, but I do have quite a lot of carp. So I guess I could have a carp. Lou19 sometimes misses the questions. Hello, Anne. Welcome. Gosh, 73 of you. That's marvelous. So, folks, the answers to round 1 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, pens down, pens down. Here we go. Ticks and crosses, please, as we do the answers to round 1. Question 1. How many months in the year have 30 days? January, February doesn't count. March, April, there's one. June, July, there's another. No, wait. January, February, March, April, May, June, there's another one. July, August, September, there's one. October, November, December. 4. It's 4 basins between the knuckles. 4. Question 2. At standard conditions, is fluorine solid, liquid, or gas? Fluorine is a gas. Gas. Question 3. That franchise, it's MASH. MASH. Karina suggests I have carp. Question 3 is MASH. I think the problem with fishing out a carp is A, I don't have a fishing rod, and B, you have to kind of clean it in a bathtub for a week. I think you just have to leave it in a bathtub in fresh water to get the river out. We do have carp fishermen around here, so I've had it explained to me. But there's a whole thing. There's crabs in the Thames, though. There's those like long blue crabs you see sometimes in fishmongers here in London. Well, they're Chinese crabs that came over on the bottom of ships, and there's, I think, one area where they can cultivate them. So maybe I could have crab. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get a tin of crab and have like a spicy crab and lime pasta. That would be nice. I'll do that. Thanks, Karina. Good idea. Question 4. Which country's capital city is Vientiane? That's Laos. Laos's capital city is Vientiane. Question 5. Who composed Clair de Lune? That's Debussy. Debussy composed the Clair de Lune. Question 6. Ben Kingsley, David Burke, Vitaly Solomon, and Martin Freeman have all played Dr. Watson. Dr. Watson. Ben Kingsley in that one where Holmes is stupid and Watson's clever. David Burke was the first of the Dr. Watsons with the only true Sherlock Holmes, Jeremy Brett. Vitaly Solomon was Dr. Watson in the other only true Sherlock Holmes, the Soviet one, in Russian. And that's where I learned about this street. It's what they use for Baker Street. And Martin Freeman, of course, in Sherlock. Question 7. Which of those is not a specialized agency of the United Nations? It's the International Water Association. The International Water Association. Question 8. The Spanish word chicle means chewing gum. Chewing gum. Megan Fitzmartin absolutely laying down the gauntlet there on Jeremy Brett. Anne Weaver says, what about Lucy Liu? She's a good Watson. Yes, and she would have given it away. I think Martin Freeman kind of does as well. What does the Spanish word chicle mean? It means gum. Question 9. How many players in a handball team? There are 7 players in a handball team. 7. Question 10. How many children does Stellan Skarsgård have? Stellan Skarsgård has 8 children. 8 from, I think, 2 marriages? 8. Question 11. Berlin was administered by the Soviets, the Americans, the Brits, and the French. France is the other country. France. Within France, Luxembourg was stationed. Within the UK, Norway was stationed, and I think Belgium. I'm not sure. France. Question 12. The most popular alcohol in New Zealand, it's beer. Beer. I'm hoping that some of you said wine and went, doesn't New Zealand do wine? But it's beer. Question 13. The Hasbro game. Can't say Hasbro game. The Hasbro game, known as Gravitrips, that's Connect 4. Connect 4, I assume because they do trips with gravity. Connect 4. Question 14. The national fruit of Mexico is the avocado. the avocado, as it's known in American, of course, avocado. Avocado. Question 15. The Scrabble letters worth 8 points are J and X. J and X. J and X. Question. I didn't say Hannah. You do say avocado. I'm afraid. So that's the rules. Question 16. The IATA code CDG, that gives you Charles de Gaulle, which is, of course, the confusing airport of Paris. Paris. I once got through the whole of Charles de Gaulle without them, like, right to the right to boarding the plane without anyone checking my passport. I was going to Tokyo, and I said, "No one's checked my passport, and I still have this massive bag." So they had to send me back and, like, hurry me back. It was so weird. This is about, like, 15, 20 years ago. Maybe they've changed now. Question 17. The HMS Belfast was built in Belfast. It was not a trick question. Belfast. Question 18. The Little Prince was written by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Saint-Exupéry. Thank you, Echo Dot. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Question 19. Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champions gave birth to the Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead. And question 20. Question. Eileen joins. No, I promise you, it's avocado. Question 20. According to the poll by Gallup, the global power with the highest approval rating is Germany. Germany. So let's go through those again. So question 1 is 4. Question 2 is gas. Question 3 is mash. Question 4 is Laos. Question 5, Debussy. Question 6, Dr. Watson. Question 7, the International Water Association. Question 8, chewing gum. Question 9, 7. Question 10, 8. Question 11, France. Question 12, beer. Question 13, Connect 4. Question 14, avocado or avocado for our American friends. Question 16, 15, J or X. Question 16, Paris. Question 17, Belfast. Question 18, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Question 19, The Grateful Dead. And question 20, Deutschland. Meg Plant, I promise you have. Everyone you have ever spoken to in North America has said avocado. So that is it. That is it for questions in the first round. Let's see how you are all doing. 14 for Nicholas Lyndhurst. 15 for 1,000 Yellow Candles is Devon and Only. 11 for Jason's back at it. Trublella's got 17. Ooh. 17 as well for Jason Derulo and Cats. Someone's got a 19 according to Maximum Points. Maximum Points was, of course, the lead character in Gladiator. We've got 19. Anxiety Lemon. Very well done with the maximum points. My name is Maximum Points Decius Meridius. Very well done. Still waiting to hear on the Great Stink. Oh, that's a reference to last week's quiz. Thank you for bringing that back. And would I like to quiz deliciously on my birthday? Come on, folks. What have you got? What do you got? Well, I don't think anyone's going to beat that. So, Pixelated Geek, that is how you say it in California. I promise you, it's avocado. So, here we go. Folks, we're going to have a little break. In that break, I want you to do two things. One, I want you to have a look at the picture round. The picture round. So, Alison from 1,000 Yellow Candles, I asked you for your specialist subject. You gave me 2 possibilities. I did try, but I was not able to come up with a picture round to do with public health. So your other one was included in this one. But I'm not going to go further than that. All of these in the picture round, which you'll find at tiny.cc/ft picture round 287. These are cryptic clues to the titles of TV shows from the 90s and noughties. These are all cryptic clues to TV shows from the 90s and noughties. Megan, you say avocado. Potato, tomato, avocado. That's how it works. So decode those. Work out what those TV shows are. You have got 10 minutes to do an interval. I'll put on the music for you. And in that 10 minutes, please make sure that you've paid for the quiz. Pay for the quiz by putting £2 per player in the pot at co-fi.com/FelixTrench. Last week, there were 50 of you, and about 20 of you did the paying. So let's see if we can pop that up a little bit this week. So here's your song. I will see you in 10 minutes. Round 2 starts at 8:27. See you back.
stretch. Pop quiz, you're all alone. Pop quiz, we're all stuck at home. Pop quiz, come escape from the news. Pop quiz, drink all that you will lose. Pop quiz, but not in a pub. Pop quiz, unless you live in a pub. Stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes. Stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz, we're all stuck at home. Pub quiz, come escape from the news. Pub quiz, drink all that you will lose. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. Stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes. Stretch. Welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz, we're all stuck at home. Pub quiz, come escape from the news. Pub quiz, drink all that you will lose. Pub quiz, but not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you live in a pub. Stretch.
Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 8:23 p.m.
So my new obsession is this Polish chocolate. All right, Claire. This is the stuff. God, it smells amazing. Panna cotta flavored. I bloody love the Polish section of Big Tesco. So it's got chocolate and then a layer of cream, and then I guess the raspberry must be in there. It's really good quality chocolate, like quite a good dark chocolate. I'm gonna have to bite it today. You just see it. It's like a more interesting Jaffa cake. Oh, Hannah Wallace's camp stew smells delicious. What's a camp stew, Hannah Wallace? What goes into a camp stew? I mean, it sounds like a camping thing, so I'd have thought, I don't know, meat and beans.